Welcome to Prize Fest Live, featuring Amy O'Callahan, Melissa Brannon, Colby Doler, Stephen Knight, Katy Larson, Chris Lyon, Gregory Kallenberg. Streaming live from Prize Fest Studios in downtown Shreveport, it's Prize Fest Live! Hello everyone and welcome to Prize Fest Live. I'm Chris Lyon and I have with me here Katy Larson.
Hello.
And Melissa Brannon.
Hey.
It is the morning after. Or afternoon after.
I was wondering if we were going to have any sort of walk of shame. I noticed that everyone has coffee.
I do.
Exactly. We're all like sipping.
I'm doing all right. I mean, after being up last night until midnight, watching those final votes come in, watching everything kind of shut down, it reminds me of the time during the in-person festival where we go around and turn off all the lights for the last time.
Yeah.
And it's a bit of a ritual for me. So,
I've never gotten to do that part. I
it's-
know, but it sounds cool. But yeah, I can see
I mean,
that.
it's kind of my own little personal. I go around and turn off the generator, and it's like,
Oh.
bye, Prize Fest.
Yeah.
But
The banners come down.
I know. But it's not, this festival is different as it has been the whole year, but we did not announce a winner last night because the votes have come in.
Tallied.
They're being tabulated right now by the accounting firm at RBM, and we're going to be doing our award show tomorrow night at 7 o'clock.
Oh.
I'm super excited. Do you know what I love about this award show? Is it's everything together.
For the
Yes.
first time.
I know, me too. I was excited too.
Yeah, I mean,
when you told me, I was like, oh, me too.
Right. We're like normally at the festival, we announce the winner of Music Prize at Music Prize,
Right.
Fashion and
Fashion Prize,
Golden Fork.
Golden Fork.
Yeah, the battle.
But this year, the award ceremony is going to be film, food, music, fashion, all in one.
Yeah.
I think that's another good thing about the digital platform is like how we can like join together, and we also have like a cutoff day where like, all right, everyone at the end of Sunday night get it together. So it's night, and now we're here. We're on the other side.
Well, and we'll have all had a chance to get like one decent night's sleep
Yeah.
before waking
I
up
hope
and dressing up. Gregory's going to have us all like
Look fancy.
fancified,
Yeah.
right? So,
Yeah.
but
Aw, come on.
that's totally fancy. That's
Thank
my
you.
kind of
I
fancy.
just put like
ask-
a string of pearls up top. Is that okay, Katie?
Oh, ask Gregory. He's going to
All right.
make sure we're really
Got it.
bringing the game.
That's right.
Okay.
Well, so I want to look back now, and I know that it's still very fresh, but let's look back at Prize Fest 2020 and think about the feedback that we've been getting, the impressions that we were getting from attendees, from artists, from our judges and celebrity guests. What do you guys got? What are you hearing out there?
Well, I mean, I would say all the people that were watching film, they were inviting people as if it was a gift. They were buying it for each other and like say, hey, watch this and let's talk about these films together and waiting to vote. And like, it was really, really cool. The judges were so excited because so many things have been canceled this year. And so many times those shows you would go to and those things you would be a part of are not happening. And so for us to switch over to a digital platform gave them the opportunity to still be in the game, still be talking about the things that they're passionate about. So they showed a lot of interest, and all of our past judges for all of the other fashion like shows that we've had in the past, all the judges showed up from them as well, and they took part and they watched the shows and they were like, wow, I can't believe that you could switch to a digital platform that quickly. And I think that's a success for all of us.
I think so too. And for the film portion of it, I mean, we had the same situation. We had the artists that were here, we had 20 films, and I gotta say, like, we've said it before, but I thought maybe at the beginning of all this, like wondering if we would even get 20 films. And not only did we get more than 20 films, we got 20 great films for consideration. And we had, for those of you who don't know, if you weren't watching kind of the filmmaker stuff or part of a production, we had, of course, the public events with the actor-actress interviews. We had the filmmaker interviews. We had the red carpet and the panel discussions. Yeah, and the watch-alongs.
Well, do they get to watch those still? Can they still catch up on some of those?
So I think that we've got some of the stuff that was live and free is still
Yes,
online.
on
It's the
Facebook.
stuff that you have to pay for that's been
course,
kind of
of
shut
course.
off now. But the other thing that was happening in the background was these filmmakers and these actors and writers and all that were having private Zoom calls with judges and other industry professionals. Some of the filmmakers kind of got together and kind of had their own Zoom calls and talked about ideas and meeting up. And that is what Prize Fest is
Yes.
all about for the filmmakers, is not just exhibiting the work that has been done, but planning for the future, looking forward to that project they're going to do next. So
I think that's right. Same for the designers. I think those connections for future jobs. What about the food? Like how has the impact for you?
Yeah, it's been really
Feedback.
cool. Well, it's interesting because food. What's kind of different this year is it's kind of been like a two-prong kind of thing, right? Because we had a Power to the People, which we saw happening, as well as the Celebrity Chef Cook-Alongs. So for our Cook-Alongs, what was really cool is, you're always worried, like, will this work, right? Like, fingers crossed. But we had so many successes, and we got folks that were cooking along with Tristan, cooking along with Josh, and other Josh.
and with you.
Joshes.
I know, yeah.
Look, and it's the reality is, like, these pictures that were coming in were, a lot of them were so close to what we saw in the
I
kitchen.
know.
It's super
It
cool.
looks
Like,
so good.
It's a testament not only to the chefs and their ability to convey, what it is their intent is through the digital medium, but also the passion and the energy that the people cooking along brought to it.
Absolutely. And it was real, like, that to me was like, felt so good. And like knowing that like we have this model that like, working to really curate these baskets, curate an experience, really make it special, and really bring people together. What was also cool is, while we were streaming, we also had a live chat. So if there was like a quick clarification question, people could chime in.
Yeah.
Folks were answering like, "Where'd you find that?"
Yeah.
It's like, it's super cool.
So
and,
interactive.
And then,
Yeah.
I'm thrilled with the success of our local Power to the People.
Yeah.
It's been awesome to see the community kind of galvanize together. Like we've seen so much on social media, people like taking pictures and showing their passport and getting out there. And talking to the chefs here in town, what's been really cool is knowing that they're seeing that uptick in business.
Yeah.
But also, for a lot of these places, they're seeing new customers. Folks are going,
Right.
It's kind of incentivized folks to try a couple places that maybe haven't been on their radar or they just haven't gotten to yet. And so
Yeah.
it's really cool to see the community come and support these chefs, get behind them. And I gotta say, I'm sure like for you in fashion, for you in film, I can't wait to see, they're all tight. I mean, like,
I know that's the word back from RBM is like how tight the votes are. And to your point about the people discovering new restaurants and new chefs and new experiences is, that's the mission of Prize for all of it, whether it's Taco Wars or Film Prize Junior or any of the Prize Fest and Startup Prize. The whole goal is to elevate, provide a pathway, new experiences so that people can grow and that our community can grow. And so I want to take a moment to talk about the success, the markers of success. What is the community impact? What is the impact on the artists? And we certainly started talking about the chefs and the new business that they got. But what about the fashion designers?
So many of my designers had several different avenues into which they were going to find themselves a new job opportunity or a new customer. They also having a connection to the judges specifically, being that they're like New Orleans Fashion Week, Santa Fe Fashion Week, a designer out of Dallas. It gives them a connection to those people, and then those industries open up to them, and now they're able to have that connection and say, oh, we were in Prize together, and they're able to say, I want to bring my collection to your show, or can I be a judge in your run on your runway. So I think going digital and giving them also an international platform, they're getting to have so many more connections to things that are going to impact their business and their livelihood, and I think that impacts our area, so I think that's amazing.
Yeah, and beyond the community, although I think that all of us have a love for this community and the region.
Yes.
We're truly, and we said it, we joked about it a lot with the number of states that were reached, or the countries that were reached with the viewing. The world has seen Prize Fest and has seen what these artists and what this community can do. And I was wondering if you might kind of give us each your hopes and dreams for what the impact of Prize Fest is going to be beyond the community. It's a heady question.
Let me hit
We're
a
cheating.
coffee
Look,
again.
it's the
Yeah, I
Take
mean,
a
it's
sip
a
and
great
think.
question.
Prize Fest is global, and Prize Fest is, I mean, to me, and we've always seen this, like when bringing filmmakers in from all over the country, all over the world, our mission has been, beyond a great experience for the artists and an opportunity for them to grow, is to be a shining light, for the world. And it sounds like a Gregory thing to say, right?
Wow.
That's the world.
Good job,
With-
Cynthia.
Yes, but it is to me, like, especially this year, with the global nature of the audience, we are drawing that light back to this community and then emanating back out this need, desire, and opportunity for people to create, to start businesses,
Yeah.
to express themselves, and to do so in a way that's really hard to do right now.
I agree.
So, last question, and this is one that was teed up by old GK himself.
Was it?
Do you?
I was gonna say, did it come out of the box of
It,
prize?
no.
Okay, all right, then please ask
We
more.
all have a little. I have an inkling that maybe we're going to see that. We haven't seen the last of that box.
Oh God.
But as we're about to close out here, do you think that we accomplished our mission as an organization or as an individual prize platform? Right? Do you think that we did set out what we intended to do, and if not, maybe what we could do, or what is yet to come?
I have something for that. Yeah,
Go
for
for
sure. I loved how throughout the year, Gregory has said it several times that instead of like tucking our tail and running and deciding to just X 2020, that we had all these little test runs, like we did. The live event for the 60s, 70s, like the dance party, and then we did the Prize Palooza.
We did film screenings
and did
early in the year.
and we were really testing the waters to see if this was going to be something that we could actually do and accomplish. And not only did we accomplish it, and again, have created a platform for our artists in multiple ways, I think that it's going to challenge us individually to create a different prize for next year. So for instance, for me, I know that a digital presentation is now going to have to be integrated no matter if we go back to live or not. So some of those types of things I feel like are important. And then again, bringing that audience, that international audience to our platforms. So
Yeah, I agree. I mean, something that we learned was, even during the festival, we changed really quickly and added closed captions for the hearing impaired.
Oh,
And it's
yeah.
something that even at the normal in-person film prize, we've never done like in-captions screenings, and it makes me think about the accessibility of
everyone.
our in-person events and saying, how can we make sure that everyone can participate
Inclusive.
and be inclusive, right?
Yeah.
So that's just one way, but I think that to the measures of success, we can look at the numbers, we can look at the geographies and things like that, but to me it's so much more about what we've learned as we carry ourselves into the 10th year
Oh my God.
of
wow.
Prize Fest next year.
Yeah, I think a lot about that too. I think about, I think about March. I mean, I really, I kind of think.
20 years earlier.
I know, right?
Yeah, it's been a long year. But I do think about how much, brain power has gone into this festival this year, and how many iterations we've gone through. And I kind of, rolled my eyes a little at Gregory as we started really thinking about it, because it was like, okay, we're going to do this exercise again, we're going to do this. But it's interesting to kind of see the trajectory.
Yeah.
And how the thought process changed. And I think what this year, the success I see of this year is how nimble as an organization we have become, and really thinking, I think we've always known that this was this incredible festival, that it was a world-class festival, what we were getting out to the world. But I think this almost gave us that shake to really accomplish it.
Definitely a
Does that
shift
make
in
sense? I mean, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just that mind shift.
Yeah.
And you've seen that with businesses this year. You've seen
Yeah.
it with restaurants. You've
Artists
seen it
talked about it. Filmmakers talked about how it changed their mindset, not just in accomplishing the film, but how they were telling the stories, which stories they were telling, and I think that has bled over entirely into the
It's
festival
just a
as well.
restart.
shake up. Yeah,
Yeah.
it
Like,
really
boom,
is.
let's
It
do
really is.
this over.
And I can't like. It's been a lot of work. It's been like blood, sweat, tears, and more. But like
Yes.
I look at what we've managed to accomplish, like across these prizes, like in 10 days, 11 days, and
Yeah.
it's kind of mind-boggling.
It is.
The
It is.
sheer volume of content, the number of people who have been with us, whether competing, whether what. I mean, like it's just I'm a processor. So I'm still processing.
Yeah, well, we'll have plenty of time to do it. And just as a reminder, we're back here tonight at 6 o'clock for another Prize Live. We've got Prize Live tomorrow at noon, Prize Live
Yes.
tomorrow at 6 p.m. as our
Ooh.
pre-show
To the 7 p.m.
to the 7 p.m. award
Award.
show for Prize
Yes.
Fest 2020. So thank you guys for coming and sharing your thoughts on the festival. We're going to wrap it up now, but let's end it on a Viva, okay?
Okay.
Here we go. We're going to do Viva, la Prize Fest.
okay.
I like that we've just.
We have to specify.
Let's not
right.
get twisted.
Here we go. 1, 2, 3.
Viva la Prize Fest!
See you guys.